Yo, what's up, people? It's your boy. I'm Chris the Down One, and I am Biaka with another video. Rate, comment, subscribe. You know what you gotta do. I don't care if you're old or new to my channel. Hit that notification bell so you'll know when my next video or live stream goes down. And with that being said, let's get into today's video quickly. Quickly now, quickly. We're gonna be talking about the Cleveland Cavaliers versus the Toronto Raptors. Now, which by the way, the last live stream, the Toronto Raptors escaped my mind. I couldn't recall the next opponent for the Cleveland Cavaliers when they beat the Indiana Pacers. The Toronto Raptors last night proved something that a lot of people in the sports industry always say. When a team or a player has your number, it is hard to turn things around mentally. And the Cleveland Cavaliers, LeBron James, has the Toronto Raptors numbers. Have Toronto Raptors number. The Toronto Raptors is going to have a hard time winning this series because of their two main superstars. To me, Kyle Lowry and DeMar DeRozan, to me, they need a demanding presence with the Toronto Raptors. They need a superstar over there that will take the team on their back, that will say late in games, like late in regulation, give me the damn ball. That's not scared to take the last shot. And Kyle Lowry and DeMar DeRozan, I'm not saying that these guys are not talented players. They are talented players. But the Toronto Raptors are missing that one key superstar. If LeBron James was on the Toronto Raptors and he had teammates such as Kyle Lowry and DeMar DeRozan, Serge Ibaka, they will be destroying the East. Okay, they wouldn't be just getting by, beating these teams. They will be destroying the East. They have a decent coach, a great organization. They have been drafting pretty well. They've been constructing the team pretty well. But they're lacking that one presence on that squad that can take them to the next level. Kyle Lowry and DeMar DeRozan, those are two players that just simply cannot do that. These two players are great in the regular season. They're also great in the first or second round of the playoffs. But when the gets going and the series is tougher, and when you when you have to start compete and play against other teams with a superstar with that type of presence, then it's kind of difficult to win. And that's what happened with the Toronto Raptors. Toronto Raptors led through that whole game, but they couldn't buy a shot in the last 6 minutes of the game. And when they had like 3 to 4 seconds, they had 5 opportunities to win the game, which, when you think about it, they should have never been placed in that situation anyway. They need someone there that can stick the dagger, so to say, with other teams. They allowed the Cleveland Cavaliers to stay in the game, even though the Cleveland Cavaliers never led in that game last night. Now, I'm going to be the first to say this. Other people may not agree with what I'm about to say, but I feel like one or two things have to happen. Either they have to get very clever and get a demanding presence a demanding player, a superstar talented player who can carry the Toronto Raptors to the promised land, or you might as well break up Kyle Lowry and DeMar DeRozan. You need to pick from either or and use one of those players as trade bait to get either better draft picks or get another player. Because clearly in the last couple of seconds, Kyle Lowry and DeMar DeRozan didn't want none of that smoke to take the last shot. And I feel like when you listen to them, I mean they're cool with one another. They have a buddy-buddy type of relationship, but I don't think either of those players make one another, inspire one another to become better. I think those players, DeMar DeRozan and Kyle Lowry, they're okay with and cool with just going through the motions. Playoff aspirations, yes. I see that from these two players. But when you're talking about winning the finals, you really don't hear too much from those two players unless a reporter is asking them that question. All right? You don't never hear, I want to take this team to the next level from these two players. I think these two players are cool with being bounced in the second round. They're not like Kevin Durant and Russell Westbrook, wanting more and seeing the bigger picture. Ultimately did, and Kevin Durant left Russell Westbrook to join the Golden State Warriors. They're not like Steph Curry and Klay Thompson. They're not even like last year with Kyrie Irving and LeBron James. I just don't think we have experimented with these guys for over 3 to 4 years, and the experiment and the results from that experiment is these guys are it's not enough. They're gonna have to add someone else to make this team better. All right, or you trade one of these players, because I think in the bigger picture of things, in the grand scheme of things, both of these players are going to get max contracts, and I think both of these players are cool with having a max contract and spending the rest of their career with the Toronto Raptors. And there's no sense of urgency from either of these players to take the Toronto Raptors to the promised land, the NBA Finals. And it's going to be extremely rough for the Toronto Raptors next year. If they don't do it this year, I don't see how they can do it next year when the Boston Celtics, they're going to get healthy and they're playing better even without Kyrie Irving. And I forgot the other guy's name. Sorry about that. He broke his leg in the first game of the season. Sorry about your name escapes me. Well, the Boston Celtics, they're not even going to be able to contend with the Boston Celtics. The 76ers are only going to get better. Okay? If LeBron James stayed with the Cleveland Cavaliers, their mindset is, well, hell, we beat them with a bunch of role players and LBJ, so we shouldn't have no problems of all beating Toronto Raptors next year. And who knows what the Miami Heat going to do. But I think this team will have a hard time beating the Miami Heat. I mean, real talk. So if they don't do it this year, I think this is the strongest the Toronto Raptors have ever been. If they don't do it this year, then they're never going to do it. But guys, tell me what you think. I know you will. Rate, comment, subscribe. It's your boy. I'm Chris the Dom 1, and I am out, y'all.